Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and we're standing inside a recent fix and flip we just completed. Was going to do a video to show how much it cost for us to replace this kitchen. So this is kind of what it looks like now. After we finished everything, we replaced the cabinets, counters, backsplash, appliances, except for fridge. We don't really need a fridge in Colorado to sell a house. People always ask that. And flooring as well. Paint, light fixture, sink. We'll go over all of those costs and tell you how much it takes to get a kitchen like this done. As always, check out investformore.com. I have a lot more information on my flips, rental properties, being a real estate agent, and also have a number of books on investing if you guys want to learn more. So right now, we'll go back and show you what this kitchen looked like when we first bought the house. Or some kind of floor covering. Don't know if we'll do carpet. Windows are okay. Kitchen will probably have to redo. We could try painting the cabinets, but some of these drawers and stuff just aren't doing very good anymore. So new appliances, cabinets, counters. Shouldn't be too expensive with the Home Depot stuff. Okay, so you could kind of see what the kitchen looked like when we first bought it. That was from my first fix and flip video I did on this property. We do a before and after video on every house we buy, so you can always check those out on our YouTube channel. And we'll have if I haven't posted already, an after video on this house as well, because it is clean, or finished. The only thing it isn't done is it hasn't been cleaned yet. So as you can see, this had an island in it before. Not really an island, but a peninsula that came out. And we debated whether to keep that or leave it. And we ended up taking it out, and part of that is because of the cost. So I'll go into that on how much it would have cost to keep the peninsula versus get rid of it, and what extra we would have had to do as well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about are the cabinets. These are Home Depot in-stock cabinets. So you can go into the store, pick them up, take them home that same day as long as they have enough in stock. And they're decent cabinets, not the fanciest things in the world, but they work for this type of house. Lowe's has similar cabinets, but they have more of a shaker style, which I think is a little nicer. And we're using those in another house we're doing, and we'll show you those when that house is done as well. To buy all of these cabinets, it was about $2,000. So that's all the material. They're already fabricated, so we didn't have to put them together. They come in boxes, and Home Depot delivers them to us. Now, we have a managed pro account at Home Depot, so we get pretty good discounts on everything. So they might cost a little bit more for people who don't have a pro account, who are just coming in. But that's roughly the cost for us. And then this countertop is just an in-stock laminate counter from Home Depot as well. So you can go in the store, pick these up. Just have to put kind of the end caps on them, cut the corners, because they come in like 6, 8, 10 foot pieces, I think, and already has kind of the little backsplash on it. And these are very affordable, and why we use them is like $250 in materials for these countertops. And that's one reason why we didn't do the peninsula, is because we could not use these countertops with that style of kitchen. The cabinets would have, come out into the floor right here. And with that style, you can't have your backsplash sticking up, so you can see it from the back. We'd have to use a different type of counter, either a laminate counter that we make that I don't think looks nearly as nice. You don't have the nice edge, or you do granite. Granite would cost us probably another $1,500 in labor, material, and we'd have to wait weeks longer to get it in, because once you have to template the granite. So once you get the cabinets in place, the company comes out, measures everything, creates a template to put the counters onto. Then it takes a couple weeks for them to fabricate the granite. Install it can take even longer. So it's not just the cost aspect, but you're also waiting possibly weeks or a month longer to get those counters in. And if your kitchen is already, in, a lot of times that can delay getting the house ready and getting it closed. So that's another reason why we rarely use granite, just because of the time frame. And as long with the granite being more expensive, we probably would have spent $400 more in cabinets, and you're cutting more of the floor, more labor. So really it probably would have cost us $2,500 to keep that peninsula versus leaving it like this. And I kind of did a poll on what people thought, and it's pretty split down the middle on whether people liked the peninsula or liked it open better. So what's the point in spending $2,500 if it's kind of 50-50 what people like? And I like the open feel to it as well. All right, got my trusty paper here I'm looking at too. For appliances, this already had a dishwasher, which was lucky, a new one that we could use. But assuming we had replaced the dishwasher, the stove, the microwave, we're looking at about $950 from Home Depot. These are Amana appliances, so they're definitely not top of the line, obviously, but they're not bottom of the barrel either. They're kind of a step or two above. So they're decent appliances. If we did a fridge, probably $1,000 to $1,500 for a fridge, and again, we don't need it. Most houses in Colorado sell without fridges, so why spend the money if we don't have to? For flooring, this is, again, Home Depot laminate flooring. $2 a square foot, something like that, probably less than that even. And it's like $200 in materials for this flooring. Really cheap. The kitchen sink and kitchen faucet are $350 for both of them in materials. The Backsplash is about $400 in materials. So we did kind of a little nicer, fancier one. So that costs a little more. Paint, probably like $500 to paint the walls, paint the ceilings. We're not talking about the dining room, just the kitchen area. And then miscellaneous stuff, cabinet poles, stove cord, like another $150. So labor is a little tricky for us to figure. The guys we hire, sometimes they're hourly, sometimes, they bid the entire job out, they don't break it down to us. But we're figuring about $2,000 in labor to install the cabinets, do the countertops, backsplash, appliances, and paint. But that could, you could say $2,000, $4,000, depending on who you're using, how detailed they're getting. Doing the flooring too, it's kind of hard to break that all down. So total for us to do this kitchen is probably $6,800, maybe $7,500, depending on how you break out the labor. And that's obviously cheaper for us because we get cheaper materials and we work really hard to keep our labor costs down. So if someone else was to do this kitchen from Home Depot, didn't have a Match Pro account, what, $8,000 to $10,000 probably, in that range. Or you could hire, an expensive contractor who uses fancy cabinets and fancy counters, and you could spend $20,000 on it really easily and have pretty much the same look. So it just, there's so many different things to consider when doing these flips, these kitchens, but we have to be cost effective. Eliminating that peninsula, eliminating the fridge, saved us $4,000 probably. And it really won't hurt the selling price of the house. Now, if you're in an area where you have to have a fridge, maybe it will hurt the value. That's something you have to figure out in your area. Using in-stock Home Depot cabinets probably won't hurt the value of the house, hardly any, versus using, $10,000 cabinets in this price range. So there's no point in doing it. Granite, maybe, it's just so hard to put a price on things. It might help the house sell for slightly more, but it's probably not worth, the time or the money to install granite either when we're doing these flips. If it's your own personal house and you really want granite, sure, go for it. If you're doing an upper, higher end house where buyers expect granite, yes, you should probably put it in. But this is kind of a starter home, lower value home in this area, which is still pretty expensive, still going to be selling for around $300,000. But, that's low side of the spectrum where we are in Colorado. So that's the kitchen. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about, everything on my list. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Give us a thumbs up if you liked this little presentation we did. And again, if you want to subscribe, you can see our other videos coming up on our house flips. And we'll have a lot more of those, as I've got 5 under contract to buy. Just bought another one yesterday we'll do a video of soon. And then we've got some more that are going to be finished here as well. All right, thank you for watching. I'll also link to the videos of this full house in the description below and give you some of those numbers too, so you can read them and not have to go back and listen to all of this. And we'll have some more videos coming up.